What's up, everybody? Today working on a fence on this beautiful day. I think it's only supposed to be like 82 in Texas. This is great. But you can see the fence behind me. Basically taking it all down, putting up steel post, new 2x4 rails, and doing 5.5 inch wide pickets. Everything's going to be pressure treated, and yeah, doing a double gate in the center, which is going to be really nice. So anyway, just wanted to send y'all some updates on some work we're doing. Don't forget, we do fences, and obviously doing this one on my own. Should have it done by the end of the day, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now that all of my posts are out, this one did have concrete, which kind of makes sense. That's where the gate was, but this concrete was really kind of crappy. So definitely was not done right at all. This post came out no problem. It too was just in dirt. So now I got to set a post here and then another post on this end, and that way I can run my string line to keep everything straight. So, and then after that, I'll be you know, ready to set the other 4 posts and then let that dry and be able to put in the other stuff, the rails and the pickets. So kind of got the hard part done, so we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so started using my auger. Ground's really hard, so that's fun. Started hitting some hard spots, especially on the post right here by the house, and then that post over there was really giving me some trouble, or that hole. Yay for Texas clay. So, but the one right here by the house, found it's got concrete. So I'm gonna stop the video for a little while, get to work on these holes, because this is definitely going to be really boring, and I'll start it back up once I start setting the post, as I've got a few tricks on that to kind of showcase. That way it's hopefully can help you out in the future. All right, okay guys, so I got the one main post by the house in, and got it concreted in. That concrete, you know, posed to be a pretty big issue. So now I've got my end one in, about to concrete it, but wanted to show you guys a few things before I actually did. One thing is this level that I have here. It's really great whenever you're going to set post, because I know a lot of people use like a small little torpedo level, and you had to go from side to side, you know, to figure out if you're staying level. This one's got a level on both sides here, so it helps you determine, you know, if you're level both ways. And the other thing I wanted to show you is the depth of my hole. So the rule of thumb is for every 3 feet above the ground, you've got to be at least a foot in the ground. Now, it depends on your soil type and things of that nature. You know, here in Texas, we've got really hard soil, really hard clay. So therefore, you know, sometimes you can get away with going a little bit lower. Like on that post, I think I did 21 inches, mainly because I was hitting really hard ground, which is in a sense concrete in itself. But you can see, so right at 24 inches at ground level, so therefore I am right where I need to be. I think I'm right in the sun here. So I'm gonna get this one concreted in, And then once I get the concrete on this one, then I'll be able to run my line and then be able to go with my other 4 posts. So the other thing I wanted to show you too is you can see where the old rails used to go. I'm gonna make sure that my new rails go in the same spot. So that's one of the things that I've got to take into consideration when doing this. So I'm actually gonna take one of my post grip ties and I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to the post so that I know that I'm right in line with where I need to be. So fun times. I'll continue on here in just a little bit once I get some more of this stuff, you know, ready to go. Okay, so the posts were a pain to put in. You can see the clay. This one had no clay, mushy clay whatsoever, as you can kind of see from over here. So that one was a pain. So needless to say, the post ended up taking a whole lot longer than I was expecting. So but they're all in, they're all set. I was letting them dry a little bit more. I went and I ran and had to go get my post kit, or the gate kit, and then I worked on cleaning up a little bit. So now we're gonna do the rails and picket and the gates. So hopefully the Hyperloop will work and you guys will get to be able to see the full progress. All right, here we go. So unfortunately my phone got too hot and would not do the hyperlapse of me putting up the rails. I've got those done. So got them on each side. Some of the posts are gonna have to be cut once I get the pickets up. But I put this one piece in here that goes from top all the way down to bottom. That's actually where my gates hinge. I use these Homax Easy Gates. The name basically says it all. They're real easy to put together, and they are middle brackets, so they help kind of keep everything together, you know, keep from future sagging and all that kind of stuff. I don't like doing the cross cuts, you know, because lumber, you know, is a material that will expand and contract, you know, based on weather. So that'll cause a gate to eventually fail and start catching or whatever the case may be. So working on the gates next, and then once the gates are done, then I'll get all the pickets up. Okay guys, one last thing to show you before I wrap this up. So I've already done quite a bit of the pickets. Anytime I have an issue where the spacing isn't quite right, I just like to double overlap. Hides the space up, you know, really well, but isn't too noticeable. So here I'm finishing up the pickets on this side, but you can see I've made like this little jig to basically help keep everything level. Some people use a, you know, string. Strings are kind of hard to make sure you're staying level because you can't really tell when you hit it, but it really helps in just kind of keeping everything in line. You can see this side is pretty well straight. So anyway, last little bit, I'll be taking pictures at the end as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the fence work I did today. See you later.